Okay, what if you could seriously boost your Etsy sales, like starting today, without having to design a single new product? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, today we're breaking down one of the most powerful yet super overlooked strategies for growing your shop. Let's dive in. So let me ask you this. Are you putting in all the work, you know you have great products, but your sales chart has just flatlined? Does that sound familiar? It is such a frustrating place to be, and trust me, thousands of Etsy sellers are feeling that exact same way. You feel like you're stuck on this hamster wheel of creating, just to see the needle move a tiny bit. And that feeling leads to the biggest mistake I see sellers make. They fall into the more listings trap. You know, the old advice that says, just keep adding new products, that's how you grow. But honestly, that's a fast track to burnout, and it's not even the most effective way to grow your shop. There is a much smarter way. And that solution is called product repositioning. It sounds kind of fancy, but the idea is simple. Instead of making more, you're going to start marketing smarter. This is all about taking what you already have and unlocking all of its hidden potential. So, what is it really? The core idea is incredibly simple. You don't change the physical product one bit. You don't touch it. What you change is the story around it. You change the context, the messaging, and the meaning. You're taking something that already exists in your shop and presenting it to a whole new group of people who probably would have never found it otherwise. Just look at these examples and it'll click. A teacher mug is, well, it's an object, but a back-to-school gift. Now that's a solution for a specific person with a specific need. A grandma's shirt is just a product, but a Mother's Day gift, that's an emotion. You see, the item is exactly the same. All we've changed is a meaning. So why is this strategy an absolute gold mine on Etsy, specifically? I mean, really, why does this work so well here? It all comes down to the unique psychology of the person shopping on Etsy. You have to remember this, it's so important. People don't come to Etsy to buy generic stuff they could get anywhere. They are looking for something with a story, something personal that represents a feeling, a memory, or a relationship. They aren't buying a product, they're buying the meaning behind it. And when you focus on that meaning, you tap directly into the Etsy advantage. A huge chunk of all Etsy sales are gifts, right? So it's incredibly powerful to reposition your item for a specific occasion or person. This means the same exact design can sell in totally different niches. And when you do that, you suddenly expand your reach in search and you escape a lot of that head-to-head competition. Okay, let's get practical. Enough with the why. Here is your step-by-step guide to actually start doing this in your shop, like right now. First things first, don't just pick a random product. Go look at your stats. Identify your proven winners, the items people already love, the ones with the most favorites and sales. Then just brainstorm. Take one of those best sellers and ask yourself, who else could this be for? A nurse? A new dad? What holiday could this possibly fit? And then, this is key, create a brand new listing. Do not edit your original one. Give this new listing a completely different, super specific title. I mean, just look at the difference here. A title like Cute Sweatshirt is competing with literally millions of other listings. But Back to School Teacher Sweatshirt, Gift for Educators, wow. Now you're talking directly to a specific buyer who has a specific person to buy for. Same sweatshirt, totally different words, and you've just found a whole new customer. But the story doesn't just stop at the title. Your photos matter too. Use different mock-ups. Show that teacher sweatshirt in a classroom setting. And then you've got to rewrite the description. Nobody on Etsy really cares that it's high-quality cotton. What they want to hear is that it's the perfect, heartfelt gift for the teacher who inspires our kids every single day. And finally, get strategic. Pull out a calendar and actually plan your repositioning for the whole year. Here's that description makeover in action. The weak one on the left, it just lists features. The strong one on the right, it sells a feeling. It helps the buyer visualize the joy on that teacher's face. That is what closes the sale on Etsy, every single time. And this is the real power of planning. Think about a simple shirt with an inspiring quote. In January, it's for New Year motivation. In February, it's a Valentine's Day gift for a loved one. In May, it's for Mother's Day. You see how this works? One single design can bring in sales all year long. You don't need 1,000 new designs, you just need 1,000 new angles. All right, let's just quickly recap the huge advantages here because this is where the value for you, the seller, really starts to stack up. I mean, just think about these benefits. You've got 0 new design costs, that's time and money straight back in your pocket. You instantly expand your SEO reach, showing up in way more targeted searches.
You create multiple streams of revenue from a single product. And because you're targeting these really specific keywords, your ad spend can become way, way more efficient. It is truly a win-win-win. When you boil it all down, this is really about a fundamental shift in how you think about your Etsy business. It's not about being the most prolific creator. It's about being the smartest marketer. And here's the big takeaway I want you to remember. Success on Etsy isn't a volume game. It's a marketing game. The shops that are absolutely crushing it has mastered this art. They take one great idea and they figure out how to sell it 10 different ways to 10 different audiences. So I'll leave you with this question. I want you to look at your shop right now. Think about your top 3 most favorited items. What is one new story you could tell about one of them tomorrow? Which of your best-selling products are you going to reposition first?